Okay, so today I'm gonna do kind of like a sequel, I guess, to a drawing I did before that wasn't put on here because I didn't expect it to turn out so good, to be honest. But it is in my Etsy store. It's a girl that has horns like a deer, and she has a quite fawn-like face, and she's got like flowers in her hair, and she's in a forest and everything. So I thought I'd do a kind of sequel to that with a different animal. So today I'm doing a fox. And she's just got fox ears, and she has kind of golden hair, which is kind of slightly fox-like, and then she has quite fox-like eyes as well. So I use the Stabilo fine liners to ink this because I really like the look of having coloured outlines, and the Stabilo ones, as far as I can tell, are completely Copic proof. They're not waterproof, so I wouldn't recommend using them for watercolours, but for Copics they're amazing. So I'm just colouring her skin in with Copics. I use a bit of purple just to deepen up some of the shadows, which I've started doing quite a lot recently. And I'm just doing her lips quite a natural pinky colour. And then I'm doing her eyes like a golden brown, kind of like an amber colour. Darkening the edges and around the pupils. And then I'm just colouring in her hair. It's kind of like a caramelly, browny blonde colour with a kind of bit of ginger mixed in. I do use some bright oranges, but they're more towards the beginning, so they get kind of toned down with the colours above them. And this is a complete new way of doing hair for me, but I quite liked the effect it gave. I think it turned out pretty well. I'll probably use this technique again. I go back in with my darker colours to add more depth into the shading. And the ears with the Copics look kind of awful, but I go back in with coloured pencil over them, so this is just kind of like a base colour. They're not going to stay this bad looking forever. I just go over her top a few times just to even out the colour, because with thicker paper like this it is pretty hard to get a flat colour with Copics in larger areas. I just add a little bit of shading. And then I've used the fine liners to draw in some background. I've just added some trees and bushes and such. And then I'm just colouring that in. I don't record me inking because I get too close to the drawing because I'm trying to be really precise, and then you just can't see what's happening. There isn't really a good angle to film from because my face is like right up against the drawing. The farther away trees are a slightly lighter colour, which kind of almost emulates a very slight mist going on. Then I'm just colouring in the bushes the same way I did with the other piece, which is doing a flat colour and then using 2 or 3 different colours to kind of stipple on, and then colouring over it with the flat colour again to kind of blend it slightly. It just gives it a nice textured look, which is pretty hard to achieve texture with Copics. Sorry about the lighting change, I was filming at night before, so I had all the lights on, and now it was daytime, so I just let the sunlight be my lighting, because then there's no shadows. You can see I'm not trying too hard to make the flat colour at the beginning too flat, because it's going to be covered in dots anyway, so there's no point being too fussy about it. It would almost be like a waste of ink to try and make the colour super flat, because the only way to really make colour super flat on thick paper is to saturate the paper and make it fully soaked in the ink. I just add a few more trees into the background, this time without outlines, to kind of show that they're even farther away. You lose detail the farther away things are. And then I'm adding more foliage into the background, again not outlined. I really liked the effect of how everything got paler the farther away it was, and it almost made me consider not putting in a sky. I tried not to make the sides too symmetrical, because, I don't know, it doesn't look as natural if it's really symmetrical, although obviously it's going to be a bit symmetrical because the same foliage is going to be going across, but I tried not to make it unnatural looking. And then I just start colouring in the sky, and I very quickly realised that my pen is running out. So that was quite a struggle to get a flat colour sky with a pen that's literally got like white dots all over its nib where there's just not enough ink. You can see I stopped trying to colour to the top of the page because I have a similar colour I could try and blend into that the pen is not running out of. But because I started in the middle, I've got to then continue having the bottom of the sky being all one colour. You can see the other colour I'm trying to blend it into there. And that didn't work out too badly, so that was okay. Just showing you how dead the pen was. So now I'm just using Polychromos to add a bit of detail. Just kind of making everything better shaded with more precision too, because obviously these aren't going to blend into itself and they've got much smaller tips. So I'm just adding depth into all the shading on the skin, making the line between the lips a bit darker, evening out the eyes. And kind of add individual hairs into the eyebrows. And a little bit more shading on the top. And then I start on the ears, which was an important bit because they look so different with the pencil on. And I'm glad because I really didn't like how they looked with the Copics. It was when I did the ears that I decided I was definitely going over it with the pencil. I think the pencil really improves the ears a lot. I think because the Copics kind of bleed into each other and blend, there just wasn't enough precision. But with the pencils I could draw individual hairs, so it looked much better and much more realistic. And the whole time I'm like staring at several reference photos of foxes to make sure I know what I'm doing. And then I'm just going on the hair. I think the pencils really helped the hair. I think they improved it so much. I'm just kind of adding a few white highlights into it. Deepening up the green at the front. Adding a little bit more depth into the trunks. And then finally using Jelly Roll for some more intense highlights, and then I signed it. So there's the finished piece. I'm really proud of it. I think it looks awesome. So there will be prints in my Etsy shop. And leave a comment down below of any kind of animals you want me to do in this kind of mini series that I've started. So, thank you for watching.